You see here, kid? You gotta just go for it.
Hey everyone, Grumpy Man's back in American Truck Simulator. Here for the part 2 of our journey, checking out Montana. We're just finishing up filling our tank here. It's a very expensive stop, unfortunately. $865 in diesel. Gotta love it. That's the current state of the economy. It is what it is, you know. Alright, so we got our lights on already. That's our high beams. And let's pull our parking brake off and let's roll out of here. We're gonna do the second part of our journey to whatchamacallit.
U-turn してください.
God, where are we going? Was it Livery, Montana, I think, or Lovely, something like that? I do wonder if I park in this area here, can I? Just wondering if I can. Here we go. Perfect, and this should make it hopefully daytime again, which would be really nice. Wait, is it really 10 p.m.? How long did I rest for? I was hoping to make it daylight. Oh well. What can you do? Use my fender mirror here to make sure no one's coming.
この先、左方向です。
Alright.
左方向
People
です。
coming off the highway are gonna have to
右
right
方向
away.
です。
Grab me the gear, please. Thank you. Alright.
右方向です。
Alright, let's go. It's an uphill on-ramp, baby. Come on, I missed that gear. That was not good. Grabbed the wrong gear. In all of my exuberance. Alright. There's an officer here. We're gonna move over. I think I might leave the high beams on for you guys so that you can see a little bit better. Said I was hoping to make it daytime, but it doesn't look like the game's gonna let me do that. I tried. I'm sorry. You can't see nearly as much in the dark in this game. It's really unfortunate in my opinion. Especially when you're like, okay, I want to go check out Montana. I want to see all the new sites, right? I want to see the new area, right? It's really unfortunate that you can't easily make it daytime. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm trying to remember. There is a command in the developer console to make it daytime. It would completely screw up the timing on the job, though. You know, I'd wind up being so late to the job, to delivering my job, unfortunately. Looks like we're staying on I-90 East. That's a bit of a sharp corner. That one has a little bit of pucker factor to these. I'm not sure I want to be doing 65. I'll be honest. Getting quite the lean on here. Yeah, I think we're gonna follow that advice that says that this is a recommended 60 for this corner. Alright. Maybe for all these corners coming up, let's just set the cruise here and see what she does. Just not confident at 65 through these corners in this truck. I do have the stability, the truck stability and the trailer stability turned all the way down. I turned it all the way down in the options, and then there's a way to go in the developer console and set it even lower. I don't know why, but the slider only lets you put it to a minimum value of like 1.0 or 1.5, and if you go to the developer console, you can turn it all the way down to like, I forget if it was 0 or 0.1. There was a tutorial that I followed out there that that I did that. I think that was years ago now. I think that was from. I think the video was from someone named Squirrel, a simulation gentleman. He's British. Yeah, I think he went by. I think his channel name was Squirrel. I believe the one that I followed. Ooh, they're gonna drop my speed limit down to 45 here. Okay. Turn off the cruise control, drop the speed down. 45 seems a bit low. I mean, I know they don't want to make sure your truck's not getting away from you, but I do have the retarder. Let's set the cruise control to 50. That should be good. Nice and safe. Nice and safe. Might actually want to drop my range down to low, 5 low, but we'll see. There's the retarder kicking in to help me out. As you can see, we're going a bit faster than the speed limit is set at. Let's just let it do its thing. These newer trucks are really nice. Like, so they'll use the retarder if you need to. When you're going downhill, they'll use the retarder to slow you down and make sure the truck doesn't get away from you, so you can just leave cruise control on. It's quite nice, actually. Oh, we've got road construction. Alright. Sorry, truck. I'm not gonna let you. I was waiting for him to turn his directional on and move in. Oh, it's not road construction. We got an accident. Alright. Spin that odor. Come on, 1,000 RPMs. You can do it. Give me that boost. I did change. You can change the screen that you're. Oops, no, it's not that button. See, I can change the screen that my info display is. I really like the boost pressure one, so I've been using that one. A little bit juvenile, but what can I say? That is me. Alright, just switching between the ranges, so no need to double clutch there. All of my other drivers are slowly making me money. That's always good. Thank you, Martin C. Oh, and you leveled up. Very nice. Alright, let's see if we can get up to 70 here. Looks like the road's pretty... GPS makes it look like the road's pretty straight, so we're just going to set the cruise at 70. Log some miles here. It's got us arriving at 2:30 a.m. Mountain Time. That's our estimate. And we've got plenty of fuel for this trip and probably the next one. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Get clear of this truck and go over to the slow lane. Driving a truck like this, I don't really like having to use the passing lane if it can be helped. When it's only 2 lanes, nothing worse than getting stuck behind a truck squatting in the passing lane. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And the AI in this game, they're pretty patient. They're really not that bad. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to move over again because this bus is really going slow. I don't know why the buses in this game, they seem to be even slower than the big rigs and the trucks. And I'll tell you what, when I drove buses, we passed trucks left and right. The buses weigh significantly less than the trucks. You can really, depending on how your bus is equipped, you can get some speed in those things. I don't want to say anything incriminating, but let's suffice it to say that, especially when there was no one in the bus, I did not always do the speed limit. Ooh, this corner's a bit hairy. A bit of a wiggle going on there. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get these recordings off of this computer and onto my other computer so I can edit them, but that's a problem for later today, Craig. Later today, Grumpy Man. Yeah, I've been trying to mix it up lately with the games I play that, like, seems like that I don't enjoy, but that seem to get views, like, say, the Lawn Mowing Simulator game. And stuff that I actually do enjoy, like the My Garage, Junkyard Truck, stuff like this even. I think I mentioned it before, my friends were like, you named your channel Grumpy Man Gaming, you're not grumpy enough, why aren't you grumpy? I'm like, well, I can't be grumpy when I'm playing games I like. They're like, yeah, I agree, you should play games you don't like. It's like, well, yeah, but that's no fun. And I don't know, I feel like no one wants to hear me rant and rave for 30 minutes. There's a fine line between being a little bit grumpy and being cringy and just irritating. You know, I've got some friends like that. You know, they for instance, you know, if they don't really like shooters, or they're extremely competitive, and we play something that they're not good at, they just go off. You know, there's definitely a point at which it just becomes like cringy. You're like, ugh, why are you having a meltdown? It's just at the end of the day, it's just a video game. You know, I get grumpy over. Like yesterday, my lawnmower, it threw a friggin' belt, which means I gotta pull the goddamn mower deck off, which is a nightmare because the thing weighs 250 pounds. It's this enormous 60-inch Simplicity setup, right? And then I gotta put the belt back on. Maybe the belt needs to be replaced, so I did order a new one, so that'll be here Friday. Might as well replace it while I'm there. And I gotta see, you know, okay, if the belt's not broken, what else is the problem? Why did it throw it in the first place? You know, you take something that should have, you know, you're just trying to mow the lawn, right? It's an activity that should just take me like 30, 40 minutes. Now it's gonna wind up taking me, you know, 2-3 hours and a bunch of back-breaking work just to, you know, get up and running. All while, you know, it's been like 90 friggin' degrees out, so it's miserable to work on anything, right? And luckily the weather's getting better, but, you know, that's the kind of thing that you know, you should get grumpy about, right? That's the kind of shit that bothers me. I mean, I spend more time, I'm not even that old of a mower. I've got a nice hydrostatic Simplicity. It's probably 10, 15 years old, and it lives in a, you know, it's got its own shed. I mean, it lives a pretty pampered life. I spend more time working on the goddamn thing than I do mowing with the goddamn thing. You know, it's silly. When I was growing up, my dad had this Toro tractor. That thing was a relic when I was a kid. I mean, this tractor is probably from the 60s or the 70s. You know, no hydrostatic. It's one of these old, like, you select your gear and you pull the clutch out, right? And the PTO's tied directly to your clutch, right? And, I mean, very, very simple machine, right? It acts up, you know, you smack the starter with a wrench, or you tap on the carb because the float bowl's not behaving, right? I mean, and boom, you know, Bob's your uncle, you're off to the races. That damn thing never gave us much of a problem, and it was 3 times the age and cost 1/10 as much as the friggin' Simplicity that I've got. It's just ridiculous, some of the crap nowadays. It's so over, and the cars are the same way. They're so overly complicated.
右車線です。
I've
そ
got
の
a new
後、右の
Civic,
出口です。
not new, but a fairly new Civic. It's got that damn electronic parking brake on it. God, I hate those things.
右の
I had
出
to
口で
replace
す
my。rear brakes recently, and you can't just replace your rear brakes like you normally would, because of course there's a little electric motor there that's acting on your brake pads for your parking brake, and of course in order to release it and do your
右
brake
車線
job,
です。その
you
後、
poke around
右
online
方
at how you
向
do
です。
that, and everyone's like, oh, you just have this like Honda scan tool, or the Snap-on
右
scan
方向
tool.
です。
It's like $10,000 freaking dollars, right? They basically don't want you working on your own. Oh, thanks for using your directional there. I could have pulled out, you jackass. Oh my god. They just don't want you working on your own friggin' car. Come on, give me that gear. And so I'm like, screw that, I'm not gonna buy that. So I put some, you can put the, just hook a battery lead up to it, and it's just a little electric motor, so I hook the battery leads up to it to spin it the other way, so it releases the damn disc, you know, the brake disc, so that you can get the brake disc off, get the pads off to change them. But now the computer's all upset, because it's like, you know, oh, you fiddled with me, how dare you? It's silly. And so I've got an error light that I can't clear, you know? I'm gonna have to pull it all apart and see if there's actually an issue or if it's just being a whiny little piece of crap. That's the kind of stuff to get
こ
upset
の
about,
先
you know?
右方向です
Alright, so we have to merge. And then we
右
turn
方
right.
向です
Keep moving, guys. Laurel discovered. Okay, very nice. This is too low of a gear. There we go, that sounds better. Maybe we'll put it in 3 high. That sounds better. Ugh. But anyway, that's my ranting for today. We're about to have arrived. We're doing pretty good on time. It's 2 a.m. in the sim. Let's see, we've been recording for 16 minutes, so we're actually ahead of schedule. So I thought this would take a little bit longer than it did. But we still have to park it, right? and
右車
everything.
線です
So we'll
その後
probably
右
wind
方
up at.
向です
Hopefully this episode doesn't wind up being too short. Hopefully we'll get you know,
右方向
25 minutes
です
out of it. Hopefully. All right, that's good enough. No one coming. Use that turbo.
この先
Oosh.
左方向で
Okay.
す
Oh, we're speeding. Oh, we're speeding. It's funny how quickly that happens. I just love the sound of a
左
turbo
方向です
sucking in air. And these trucks, they have really big turbos. They really make that noise well. Okay, turn our directional off. We're gonna have a gate. Looks like there's a gate for us to pass through.
以上です
Do we have to check in with the foreman? No, I guess not. Alright. So, yeah, I never left my convoy from when I was playing with my friends, so you know, notice I'm getting the convoy messages. Any of my, you know, my super many half dozen viewers, if any of you guys are into American Truck Simulator and want to do a convoy sometime, let me know. Yep. And now you can basically see why I hate arriving in the dark. This is the extent of what I can see. Nope, we didn't make it. Sorry. Not sitting to say much during this. I am doing a little bit of concentrating. Oh, looks like we missed. This time we went too far. Come on. Here we go. This might work. Straighten it out a little bit. I'm having to concentrate on what I'm doing, and I'm also trying to make sure the mirror still shows up on my main monitor for you guys. So I'm having to crane my neck more than usual as well. This might get us. Yes! Alright. Parking brake. Motor off. Disconnect the cargo. There we go. Alright. Not a 40 grand. That's not bad for that job, huh? So that was Montana. Some of Montana. Oh, we missed Bozeman, huh? That's annoying. We went from Sandpoint up here. I think we went down past Coeur d'Alene, I believe. Past Thompson and Missoula. Yeah, I believe that that's the route it took us. I didn't actually check. Because, yeah, when I was driving in the convoy, we went this way with my friends, so it must have gone this way because I didn't have any of this discovered before. So we must have gone down there through Butte. I remember picking Butte up. I can't believe I went right. Look at that. I went right by Bozeman on the highway. I never even knew it. I could have hopped off and gone down. That's a rookie mistake. That's something I usually check when I'm trying to discover a new city, or excuse me, a new state. Oh, and they added Cody as well when they added Montana. So I got to check out Cody too. I had all of the cities discovered. I did have all the cities discovered, but so yeah, still lots of Montana to see. Said I'd like to find a setting so that it's like always daylight out, or so I can at least I could turn on fatigue simulation, and then I have to sleep at night. I might do that, so that way when we... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So that way when it gets dark, I'll sleep, and then that way we can actually see Montana. Because that's... We stopped somewhere... Where did we stop? We hopped off the highway somewhere. And had a bit of a snooze. Here it was. This is where we hopped off, right before Butte. So from there out, we really didn't see much of anything. Probably not a lot to see just going on I-90, right? It's kind of a well-known highway, but you never know what kind of scenery there was out in the distance that we missed. I'll tell you this northern route here, I've got high hopes for that. That'll probably look very pretty. And this when my friend and I went up towards Kalispell and went this way towards Sandpoint, this was all very pretty. There's actually a viewpoint here. And for good reason. This road was this is a very nice drive. Again, it got dark halfway through, so we missed like this part, but it was very pretty. That was the first one we did. We went from Helena up that way. So anyway, this is a bit of a shorter episode, but that's a good ending point. I think we'll leave it there. And this is the new truck. Obviously, the new Western Star that they added, the 57X, which is nice. A little bit of a kind of like free DLC for everyone, you know. I like it. I put the ridiculous livery on it. Of course, I had to, the America livery. So yeah. So thanks so much for joining me. If you're still watching, you're in the minority, but I do really appreciate it. So thanks so much, and until next time, it's bye for now.